Hello again, everybody. This is Antonio, as always, seeking the truth. So far, my topics up to now have been, I guess you can say, somewhat debatable. Is the Bible real? Can we really trust it? Should we celebrate Independence Day and ignore the history and the truth? Now, while I have a very direct answer to all of these questions, I understand that some people may have a difference of opinion that is different from mine. While I'm attempting to wake people up to the truth about the world that we live in today, I understand that its acceptance will only go so far for someone that has limited trust in the Bible. The average person only tends to believe what's going on right in front of them, things that are happening and affecting their lives today. So my next topic that I'm actually going to be talking about is about a Bible prophecy that's going on and affecting all of us today in the world that we live in. Now, you may not believe in the Bible and you may not believe in prophecy yet, but you cannot deny the things that I'm going to show you in the following clip that they're going on and happening to us right now today. Now, throughout history, there's no doubt that there's been many different doctrines and beliefs that have been created from simply manipulating different key scriptures in the Bible. Now, the oldest and most accurate version of the Bible is actually the 1611 edition of the King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha still in it. Now, for those that don't know what the Apocrypha is, it's the 15 books of the Bible, the original Bible, that were taken out by the Catholic Church. Like I said, you can still go buy an Apocrypha separately at many bookstores, and you can still buy a 1611 edition of the King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha in it. But if you're reading from any other version of the Bible, you will not find those books. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you the difference between reading from a King James Version and reading from an NIV version of the Bible. I'm going to read from Revelations chapter 13, verses 16 through 17. I'm going to read from the King James Version of the Bible first. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now I'm going to read the exact same chapter and verse, but I'm reading from the NIV version of the Bible. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, at a quick glance, someone might be thinking, what's the big deal in changing a couple words? And it actually is easier for me to understand the NIV version. The problem is that's exactly what the publishers want you to believe. They want you to read other versions like the NIV and not read the King James Version of the Bible. The problem with this, though, is that reading these two different versions of the Bible, you're actually encouraged to get two completely different forms of thought from the same verse. The King James Version of the Bible implies that the beast caused everyone to receive a mark in their hands and in their forehead. Now, the NIV version implies that it forced people to receive the mark, and it was on their hands or on their foreheads. So someone who is reading from the NIV version of the Bible could be totally misled and not understand the truth in regards to this biblical prophecy. The need to buy and sell will cause everyone to put the mark of the beast inside of them. It will not be something that's physically forced, and it will not be something that's placed on your skin, but it will be inside of you. These are two huge key points in biblical prophecy. Now, obviously, the question comes about, well, who would want to change the Bible? Now, obviously, the only person that would want to change the Bible would be Satan himself or those that follow him. So the company I'm going to talk about is Zondervan. Some people may be familiar with them. Zondervan is actually in partnership and in a division with the HarperCollins Incorporated. Now, Zondervan and HarperCollins, they actually published the NIV version of the Bible. They also published the Satanic Bible and many, many other evil and satanic books. Now, you have to ask yourself, if I'm a Christian, why would I want to read a book that was published by the same company that published the Book of the Devil? Satan wants to hide the truth from people in plain sight, so you look right past it. Satan even uses the Bible to mislead and trick people. Now, this next video that I'm going to show you is about the prophecy that's happening in our lives right now. There's technology in place today that is preparing the world to accept the idea of that placing chips inside them is okay. These chips are called RFID chips. That stands for radio frequency identification. So regardless of whatever reason that the media portrays and saying that this is a good thing, don't believe in the media, don't believe the news, it's all lies. It's bad. These chips are actually it's another form of technological slavery. These chips are going to be able to monitor and track people just like GPS. It's going to be able to monitor when you leave your house, where you're going, what you're purchasing, how much of it you're purchasing, and when. It's also going to be able to even track, link up to your bank account, so it has access to all of your money to lock it up. It's even going to have access to your DNA in your brainwaves. So this is your thought process. Eventually, they're going to be able to alter people's brainwaves, change the way that people act. They're already doing this. You again look up or do your own research on MK Ultra. Now, inside of all these RFID chips, there are going to be UPC-like barcodes. So just about again, do your own research on UPC barcodes, but on almost everything that we purchase and buy today, there's a barcode on it. And this UPC barcode is just another version of numbers. All these numbers at the beginning, in the middle, and the end has the mark of the beast. 666 at the beginning, in the middle, of the end of everything that we purchase. And these same barcodes with that number 666 is going to be placed on these RFID chips that are going to be placed inside of people. 666 is the number of the beast. Now, whether you believe in the Bible or not, after watching the video, you will not be able to deny that in the very near future, people will be highly encouraged to receive these chips and these implants. Now, when that time comes, I want everyone to think about this last verse that I'm going to read. This Revelations chapter 14, verses 7 through 11. Saying with a loud voice, "Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters." And there followed another angel saying, "Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name." So again, as always, I tell people, don't take my words for granted. Please do your own research. But like I said, whether you believe in Bible prophecy or not, you would have to ask yourself, how does the Bible know that somewhere in the near future that people are going to be able to buy and sell things by something that's placed inside of their bodies? You'd have to ask yourself that question. And if the Bible did know that, then what does the Bible say about that? So, like I said, do your own research. But next thing you should do is, like I said, subscribe to my page and click on the next video on my playlist, and you'll see about this Bible prophecy that's happening on right now. So, as always, thank you for watching, and as always, seek the truth.